Hi, I'm Amy from the Kids Corner at the Downtown Farmers Market, and today we're going to take kids' art and make little books out of it. So here's my sample books, different sizes, all made from the same piece of art. So for this craft, we're going to need some yarn or some embroidery thread. Even regular sewing thread will work. We'll need some scissors. We'll need a dull needle. If you don't have a dull needle, you can use a sharp one. Just be careful with kids. We'll need it all. Since most people don't have that, you could use a push pin instead. And we'll need a bone folder, which also most people don't have, so you could use an old credit card instead. Okay, to start the craft, we're going to start with cutting out the title page. So just cut out a rectangle. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we'll be trimming it after. And then you can fold it in half. Use your card or bone folder to make that fold stronger. And then we're gonna move on to the paper. So we're gonna use our cover page to measure out where we want the paper. And since we're using reused papers here, we're gonna find spots on the paper where there's a large blank spot. And cut it out. Again, they don't have to be perfect, as we'll be trimming them. When I'm doing this, I don't mind if there's a little bit of words. That's not going to get in the way of the book later. So once you have from 5 to 10 pages, you're ready to fold them. So when you fold them, just line them up the best you can. Fold in half. Use your card to make that crease better. Then we're going to put it all together. Open it to your middle page. And then we'll use your fingers and your thumb to support it. You're going to poke a hole right in the middle with your push pin, or your awl if you have it. And then one on either side. So you end up with 3 holes. One in the middle and one on either side of it. Next, you're going to take some of your thread and put it through your needle. So we're going to start on the inside of the book, going through the middle hole. Just pull it all the way through. Or not all the way through, sorry. Pull it so that you have a little tail. You can use your thumb to hold that tail so that it doesn't come out the other side. And next we're going to go to the top hole and push it through. Again, holding that tail so that you don't lose your string. Now you're going to go to the other end and go through that hole. And last, you go back through the middle hole. Now you can take your needle off your thread, take those 2 ends and tie them. I'm just doing a standard knot there, a double knot, so it holds really good. And then trim your string. So that's what the inside of the book will look like. And then when you close it, you can do a final press of your seam and you have your little book. If it's like mine where it has the pages very uneven, you can take your scissors and do a quick trim. And you have a perfect little book for kids to write stories or draw pictures in. So if you're doing this craft with really little kids, I suggest preparing the craft ahead of time so that there isn't as many steps for them to do. So for very small kids, I would already have my cover and my pages all cut. And I would also already have my holes punched. Making the holes a little bit bigger than you normally would is a good idea to make it easier to get the needle through for small hands. I would also prepare the needle with the thread with a little knot so that when they're pulling it through, it doesn't come off the needle doesn't come off the thread. Now, when I'm doing this with a small kid, I would hold the book and they would hold the needle, and I would tell them which holes to go through and help them if they need it. So again, they would start in the middle, and we would have to be careful. I would hold this for the kid while they do it. And then I would just let them finish all that knot makes it a little bit harder, but I would let them finish all the sew-in, and then I would help them with the knot, and then they would draw in their book themselves.